Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Shashmita. We have an app by the name CareersCloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. Once you have downloaded the application, you will easily be able to log in using your Gmail ID. And once you have logged in, you will be redirected to this page where you will be getting this UI. And there will be option for home, all courses, my courses and download section in this application. You will be getting multiple PDFs, multiple content on daily basis that will be enhancing your learning. Under Crack Current Affairs, you will be able to see multiple options. First one is Current Affairs English. We upload the day-to-day basis news in the English format. And apart from English PDF, we also provide them in Hindi format. And this banking awareness, we upload a PDF every month. So this PDF will contain the banking news, banking and the finance news of that respective month. And Current Affairs Exam PDF will have two categories. One is that most important news of that particular month will be uploaded in this Current Affairs Exam PDF. And also Exam Perspective PDF will also be uploaded. And next is Special CA. This will contain Union Budget, Economic Survey, and also the most important events that had taken place globally as well as nationally. And next most important is topic wise. So the entire news of that particular month will be segregated into different topics. And in order to recollect whatever you've read, we also provide you with topic wise quizzes. Apart from that, we also provide state current affairs. Now, here if you see, we provide you with the day-to-day PDF, and this we provide you with the weekly PDF. So that particular week news will be compiled into a PDF and in question and answer format in English and will be uploaded here. And to enhance your learning, you can also, to enhance and strengthen your learning, you can also attend the quiz. Here we provide you with the entire news of that particular week. But here we take the top 60 most important news and we upload it in this PDF in question and answer format. Apart from weekly, we also provide you the monthly ones. This PDF will contain detailed view of that particular month news. And this will have a brief format of the same news. This will be in the form of a question and answer format, and this will have the top 100 question and answer of that particular month. We also provide you with the PIB news on a day-to-day basis, which you can go and read in these particular tabs. Apart from that, we also provide the Union Budget and Economic Survey. You can also attend after reading the PDF, you can also go and attend the quiz. This is available in the Special CA category. We also provide state level current affairs. So this will be very helpful for students who are preparing for state level exams. For example, if you are preparing for Tamil Nadu state level exams, then you can click this tab and you will be able to see all the current affairs or news related to Tamil Nadu. Apart from that, we also provide PDF from the exam perspective. Suppose you are preparing for RBI Assistant Mains, then this tab will contain 5 to 6 months of current affairs, which has high probability of being asked in RBI Assistant Mains. Similarly for SBI PO, RRB PO, Clerk Mains, all these are being given under this section. And also we provide separate content-wise, topic-wise current affairs like national affairs, government schemes, international affairs, banking and finance, economy and businesses, MOUs and committees and meetings. All these different types of news are segregated in these particular categories. Hello students, welcome to our new initiative. In this initiative, we will be uploading the weekly current affairs on banking and finance section. So this will be uploaded on every Monday. And so on the whole, per month, you will have totally 4 videos related to this topic. And apart from just providing you with the banking and finance news, we also provide you the conceptual explanation so that this will enhance and also strengthen your knowledge about these topics. Today, we will be covering June 3rd week banking and finance awareness news. Moving to the first news. The first news is related to IRDAI. It has made certain changes in its master circular. So let us see them one by one. The first one is loan facility. See, suppose you are buying an insurance saving product. That is, you will pay for a few years, you will pay the premium, and after a few years you might get a lump sum amount from the insurance scheme. Now, if at all in the middle you pay for 5 years and then in the 6th year you're not able to pay, you don't have the money, you have a certain cash crunch. So what is that? That time you will go and surrender this insurance scheme and get back the amount that you paid. Like after detecting some amount, some charges, the insurance company will pay you the amount. So there will be a loss for the customer. So what now the IRDAI has said that now these insurance company, they have to provide loan against these insurance saving products. So now just like you have FD, against FD the banks provide you loan, right? Similarly, now the IRDAI has instructed the insurance company, you have to provide loan against this insurance saving products for customers who are facing some cash crunch. So it is stated that it has mandated insurance company to offer a policy loan facility across all insurance saving products effectively from 30th September 2024 to help policyholders meet liquidity needs. But this ULIP alone is excluded from this. That is, Unit Linked Insurance Products is included from this mandate. So if you see this master circular, it is reviewed on a regular basis. So if at all, there are continuous changes happening around the world, right? So according to the needs, according to what the customer requires, so there will be a continuous annual review of this master circular, and during this review process, this change has been included. Next change is partial withdrawal. So this is for a pension product. So what happens in a pension product is that you pay the premium for around 10 years or 15 years, how many ever years the scheme says so. Then after one particular age, not necessarily be after 60, it can be some insurance products provide you even after 50. You will get a regular pension. Yearly basis or quarterly payout, monthly payout, that whatever options that you have chosen, according that the pension payout will be done. So what they have told is that now he'll pay for 8th year, right? Suppose in the 9th year, he or she, the person who had bought the product, had some financial need, had to do some medical purpose or education purpose for his or her children. Then in that case, what this change suggests that a partial withdrawal can be done, should be allowed to meet certain specific needs, not all needs, but certain specific needs. For that, the partial withdrawal should be done, and there is also a limit on how many withdrawals can be done during the entire tenure of the product. This is what the change is about. So if you see, the policy holders can make partial withdrawals after 3 years from the policy start date, and this partial withdrawal is allowable only for specific financial needs such as higher education, marriage, home purchase, and medical expenses. For these needs, you can make a partial withdrawal, but only after 3 years from the policy start date. And that too, maximum amount that can be withdrawn is only set at 25% of the total premium paid. So how much of a premium you have paid? Suppose you have paid some 10,000. In that, only 1/4 of it can be taken. That is what this withdrawal limit says, and that too, it is allowed only up to 3 times during a policy tenure. So the policy tenure, if it's for 20 years, in that only 3 times you can use this withdrawal. After that, you cannot use this withdrawal. So this is the second change. Third change is the consumer protection. There is if you see in each and every insurance, there is a free look period that has been provided. That is, you sign an insurance scheme, and now their documents are provided to you. But after looking into the documents in detail, you find out that okay, this is not covered, that is not covered. You have found it. And now, since these things are not covered, you go and return or surrender the insurance to the company. So if you do this until now, if you do this within 15 days, then you will not be charged any penal charges or any surrender value charges. Nothing will be charged. So if at all you return it back after 15 days, then there will be certain charges on it. So now what the IRDAI has stated that now the free look period should be extended to 30 days. So now it has been, the free look period for the reviewing policy terms is extended from 15 days to 30 days. So what is free look period? It is a window in which you can cancel your insurance policy without paying for the surrender charges. So this is the third change for protecting the customers. Fourth one is the grievance redressal. So if at all a customer raises a grievance against that particular insurance company, then that has to be solved within 30 days. If at all it fails to solve within 30 days, then it has to pay a penalty of 5,000 per day to that customer. So insurers face a penalty of rupees 5,000 per day for failing to implement the insurance ombudsman awards or appeal decisions within 30 days. The next one is the customer sheet. So in this, what happens is that this is a new document that life insurance company are required to provide. So it is nothing but it simplifies the policy details. You know that when the policy document is given, it is generally a booklet. It will have some 40-50 pages. It's very difficult to comprehend. So this will help the customer to understand the insurance policy. So this simplifies the policy details by explaining benefits, terms and conditions in an easy to understand format. Now another one is like, suppose a car accident has taken place. Say suppose a tree has fallen over the car, and now the customer goes and files the insurance claim. Customer to the insurer. Now what this insurer does, he does not give the money immediately, right? So he will appoint an survivor. So what he'll tell the surveyor is, this person the customer has told that he has fallen on the car. So you go and survey the situation. So the surveyor will go and survey the situation, and as per this new changes is that the surveyor has to submit the report within 15 days of allocation. Say suppose the insurer has allocated the surveyor this case on 1st July. Then he has to provide this insurance report by 15th of July to the insurer, and the insurer has to complete the claim process, whether it is reject or accept, whatever it is, he has to complete the claim process within 7 days from getting the report from the surveyor. So it should be completed by 22nd of July. So first the surveyor should give the report to the insurance within 15 days, and the insurance should complete the claim process within 7 days from receiving the report from the surveyor. So that is what this says. Insurers are now required to settle claims within 7 days of receiving a survey report. Surveyors are expected to submit their reports within 15 days of allocation. The next part is about cancellation. See, if there is a retail policyholder has bought an insurance, but if he or she wants, he can cancel it at any point of time without stating any reason. But if the insurer wants to cancel, that is the insurance company wants to cancel, then it can be cancelled only if it is a fraud case. Only if it is a fraud, then only it can be cancelled. That too, before cancelling it, the insurer has to provide a 7 days period of notice to the policyholder. So insurers, however, can only cancel policies on grounds of established fraud after issuing a 7-day notice, and apart from that, the insurer must also refund the proportionate premium for the unexpired policy period. So for he would have paid the premium, right? So the proportionate premium has to also be provided or refunded back to the policy holders. But the retail policy holders can cancel the policy at any time without citing any reason. The next is that insurers are mandated to offer pay as you drive or pay as you go options. So what is this pay as you go? It is a usage based premium. So when you buy an insurance for your motor vehicle, suppose you buy an insurance for your two-wheeler, then it will cost around maybe 4,000 or something. But if you tell, no, I'm not going to drive, I'm going to drive only 5,000 kilometers or maybe only 1,000 kilometers for this year, then give me a premium according to this. Then it is called as pay as you drive. So let us see an example. Suppose you are someone who usually drives an average of 2,500 kilometers. Then pay as you drive allows you to customize your car insurance where you pay only for the 1,500 kilometer you drive. So usually they charge some standard premium, right? Suppose it is 5,000 or something. Then if you say I drive only 2,500 kilometer, then you will be charged less premium. So to avail this less premium, and if you think you're going to lose less kilometers only, then you can avail this pay as you drive. So now the IRDAI is stating that insurers, they are required, it is mandated to offer pay as you drive. You have to offer it to the customer. It is right of the customer to reject it or accept it. So what happens? So one customer might think, okay, I have availed for 2,500 kilometers. But if I have exceeded more than 2,000, suppose I have gone for 2,750, then what will happen? In that case, you can avail a top up. So in case you drive more than that, then you can avail a top up to continue your car insurance coverage. What if you consume less? What, instead of 2,500, you consume only 2,000. In that case, this 500 can be carried over to the next year. So next year, your coverage will be for maybe 2,500 plus 500. You can do it for 3,000, or you can take just 2,000 and add this, and it will become 2,500. So if you see, and if you drive less than 2,500, then whatever unused kilometers remain can be carried forward to the next policy. So this is what pay as you drive means. So these are the various changes that IRDAI has brought in its master circular. Now tell me in the comment section, like, where is the headquarters of IRDAI and the chairperson of the IRDAI. Moving to the next news, it is about the second MPC meeting that had taken place recently for the financial year 25. The first MPC meeting took place in April, and now this is the second Monetary Policy Committee meeting. So you know that Monetary Policy Committee was formed in 2016 as per section 45 ZB. Okay. So as per in this meeting, it has stated that the current account deficit for the financial year 24 would be lower than the 1% of GDP. Now, what is current account deficit? This current account deficit happens when you import more than you export. So this deficit has happened because we have imported more than we have exported. So now for the financial year that has just completed, the current account deficit is expected to be less than 1%, which is very good. And RBI understands that India's current account deficit, if you see the first 3 quarters of financial year 24, it was around 1.2%, and for the last quarter it is expected to be less than 1%. That is why they are telling that the total for the financial year 24 itself, it is expected to be less than 1%. And the reserves of RBI have also touched very high, foreign reserves, that is now currently at 655.8 billion. And this encourages the global investors about the stability. So since you have a lot of forex reserves, this is expected to cover around 11 months of import. So this gives a confidence to the other global investors. And RBI Governor Shakti Kantan Das has also mentioned that RBI aims to diversify the deployment of India's forex reserves. So what all will be there in the forex reserves? It will contain other foreign currencies. It will contain gold and also SDR, that is special drawing rights that are offered by the IMF. IMF distributes this special drawing rights. So all these will be contained in this forex reserve. So now RBI governor has stated that it is planned to diversify the forex reserves. So it is planned to invest in more currencies and also various kind of assets, particularly gold. So planning to invest in gold more. And we also recently read that RBI has moved around 100 metric ton of gold from Bank of England to India. That is to RBI. Okay, next point is that in June 2024, RBI in the second MPC meeting, it has projected that the retail inflation for the full financial year 25, it is expected to be 4.5, and for the Q1 financial year 25, it is expected to be 4.9%. The governor is Shakti Kantan Das. He is the 25th governor of RBI. It is headquartered in Mumbai and it was established on 1st April 1935. Now, tell me in comment section that as per which section do RBI submit the annual report to the government of India. So mention the section. Next news is about Ministry of External Affairs and SBI. They have signed an MOU to enhance the digital payment service for users e-migrate portal. Now let us see it in detail. So Ministry of External Affairs and State Bank of India, they have signed an MOU to integrate the SBI's payment gateway called SBI ePay with the e-migrate portal. So let us see this e-migrate portal in the next slides. So why is this being done? So this will allow the Indian migrant workers or the recruitment agents to make the immigration related payment in a very easy and a non-tedious way. So if you see, this includes various transactions like UPI, you can make credit card, NEFT, everything, all these payments can be made without any transaction charges. So that is why this MOU has been signed. Now, what is payment gateway? So if you see a payment gateway, it is the technology used by merchants to accept card payments from customers. See, here is a customer. So he has bought something from the merchant, from the e-commerce you see. So customer inputs the payment info. He provides the card number, CVV, and then he provides the PIN. So this all details will go to the e-commerce site and this payment info will be sent to the credit card company via the payment gateway. So payment gateway does this work. And the credit card company will verify whether all these details are correct or not, and then it will tell the information again via the payment gateway. So payment gateway sends the funds to the seller. So all this credit card company verifies the credit availability and then authorizes the payment, and then all this, okay, it is authorized, you can now debit. So all these details will be sent again via the payment gateway, and the payment gateway now sends funds to the seller. So it is nothing but a technology used by the merchants to accept the card payment from the customer. So it is a technology. So who has signed this agreement? The agreement was signed by the Joint Secretary and OE and PGE, that is Overseas Employment and Protector General of Immigrants, Brahma Kumar, on behalf of the Ministry, and Nilesh Dwivedi, General Manager from SBI. The e-Migrate project, it was launched in 2014. It was designed to guide and support the Indian workers heading to immigration check required countries. Now, what is this ECR? See, Indian passport, if you see, it falls under two categories. One is ECR and another one is non-ECR. In ECR, if you have not passed, if you have not completed 10th or if you have not completed your matriculation, then you will come under this ECR. So, if you see, applicants not completed matriculation will come under this ECR. So, holding an ECR passport must undergo a verification process to take up employment overseas. So, why is this done? See, this is only for 18 countries, not for all countries. So, if you want to go to these countries, these 18 countries, and if you have not cleared, if you are not cleared 10th, that is if you are not completed the matriculation, then you have to undergo this immigration check required. It is because people who have not completed this work, matriculation, then it is high possibility that they belong to the vulnerable section. So, they might go there for low jobs like maid or construction worker, and the employer there can exploit them. So, this stamping will ensure that the employees do not take advantage of workers with lower qualification in order to protect them from the exploitation, and also to ensure that the employees do not take advantage of this. That is why this stamping is done. So, if you see, not completed matriculation is one, and they will hold ECR passport must undergo a verification process to take up employment overseas. This is because mostly vulnerable section involved, employees mostly exploit them. And so, by stamping it, ensures that the employees do not take advantage of the workers with lower qualifications. Required for only 18 countries currently. So, these are the 18 countries for which this ECR is required. So, for this ECR process, you have to make payment via online mode, and for this purpose, there is a MOU signed between the Ministry of External Affairs and the SBI. So, this gateway, you can pay via this gateway, and this will not require any transaction charges. You can pay via UPI or credit card, debit card, and you don't have to pay any transaction charges. So, this is what this MOU is all about. We have launched a new course called Static Banking Awareness course. Now, this course will be helpful for students who are preparing for the banking exams and for the regulatory body exams. And also, recently you would have seen Paytm Bank in news frequently. So, when an aspirant reads this news, he would have ample number of questions like what is a payment bank, what are the norms for it, and which is the committee that has launched it. So, this Static Banking Awareness course lays a foundation to the current banking and finance news. Now, you have to download our AffairsCloud to access this course. Once you have logged into our app, you can go and click this all courses icon, and then you'll be redirected to this page. In this, you have to go and click the Static Banking Awareness course, and under the details tab, you will be able to see a brief about this course. And under the part tab, it will contain all the contents, all the topics of the contents that are currently available in this course. We are working on this continuously, and this will be completed within 2 months. Under the free tab, you can go and access one content, that is the origin and development content, for free. You can go and read this content and have an idea about this course. After reading this content, do attend the quiz that is also available under the same tab. Now, our team has allocated ample amount of time and resources to curate this content. We have created this content from various books and from various verified websites. Our content is better than any book that is available in the market. This is because we update this content on a dynamic basis. For example, there are currently 39 DRTs that are available in the country now. In future, if one more DRT is created or added, then it would become 40. So we would update this content on a dynamic basis. But in case of books, you have to wait for the next publication for this updated content. Nowadays, a lot of practical questions have been asked in the banking exams. For example, how many public sector banks are available on the stock exchange? Which is the payment bank that is being listed on the stock exchange? So, we try to cover as many practical questions as possible in this course. Apart from this, we also provide you a question bank that will contain around 3000 questions and the previous year questions along with it. We also have a dedicated tab that will release the important RBI notification and the frequent news released by the RBI. You can use this code B15 to avail 15% discount. This is one of the highest discounts that we have offered until now. So do avail this code B15 while you purchase the course. The next news is about central banking awards that took place in London. So this is the 11th edition of the annual awards. It is presented by the central banking publication which is owned by InfoPro Digital. So if you see, RBI has won the Risk Manager Award. So this award was given to Manoranjan Mishra, the Executive Director of RBI. So he received this award on behalf of RBI. So if you see the Central Banking Awards 2024, it includes 13 central bank categories and 12 service provider categories. So the Risk Manager Award is given on the basis of the risk, how much the risk is being managed by that particular bank in that country. So it does the qualitative and quantitative risk assessment through various across various diverse areas. So if you see the other awards that were received were Central Bank of the Year, it was given to Central Bank of Brazil, and Governor of the Year, it was given to Andriy Pishny, the Governor of the National Bank of Ukraine. So if you see other award, previous awards won by RBI were that Shaktikantan Das, the Governor of RBI, had received the Governor of the Year award in 2023. The next news is that Bank of Maharashtra makes NRI banking easier with its NRI banking solution. So it has provided various NRI accounts to make this banking easier for the NRIs. So the various accounts are NRE, that is non-resident external, NRO, FCNR and RFC. So if you see in non-resident external, if a person who is staying outside India, say this is somewhere outside India, and he wants to send money to India and store it in an account, for that he has to open an NRE, that is non-resident external account. So it allows only foreign credit outside India to be credited and managed in this account. So here if you see the amount or the money is stored in rupee format, and this is exempted from income tax because when this person A outside India earns money, he already pays tax in that particular country, right? So he doesn't have to pay tax again in India where the money is remitted. So only one country it is enough to be paid, that is where he earns, and when he sends the money to India, he doesn't have to pay tax or something. So the interest earned on these accounts is also exempted from income tax. Next is NRO. Here NRO, if suppose a person outside India, that is NRI, he is having a house in India, he will get a monthly rent, right? So where will he store his rent money? He can store in this NRO account. Or if he has a shares, and if the shares provide dividend, that can also be stored in this NRO account. So if you see, the aim is to address the needs of the NRIs who wants to manage the income earned within India like rent, dividend and pension. And it also provides limited repatriation, that is with a limit of 1 million per financial year, and it is subject to payment of tax. So you have to pay the tax on the rent received or the dividend that you have received, and also repatriation in the sense you can take back the money that you have earned via shares or rent to your country, but a maximum of 1 million per financial year is only allowed. This is what this means. Next account is that FCNR. If you see in both these accounts, the money can be stored only in rupee format. But in this FCNR account, it can be stored in the foreign currency itself. So there is no any worry about the foreign currency fluctuation. So you don't have to worry about this fluctuation. So this is a convenient option for NRIs who seek to invest in foreign currency, and this provides full repatriation. So whatever amount that you invest in this account, you can take back the entire amount plus interest back to your own country. So full repatriation of funds including interest earned on these accounts. The next is the RFC account. So when a person wants to settle in India, then this account is apt for that. So accounts are specifically designed to cater the needs of NRI who are returning to India for permanent settlement. And this account are allowed to maintain their funds in designated currency like dollar or euro or pound. You can save your money in this account. So next news is also about Bank of Maharashtra. So it has introduced a new scheme called Maha-Doc scheme. So this scheme is specialized mainly for doctors. So this provides financial products, that is loans to the doctors. So they can avail up to 25 crores loan, and the repayment tenure for this is up to 12 years. This is the repayment period, and the maximum loan that can be availed is up to 25 crores. And if you see up to 5 crores, there is a cover under the Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for MSME. That is CGTMSE provides cover up to 5 crores. And the MD and CEO of Bank of Maharashtra is Nidhi Saxena, and it is headquartered in Pune. So next is about the projection, GDP projection by CII. So let us see it. So as per CII, India's GDP is expected to grow at 8% in 2024, and it expects that the inflation rate to be within 4 to 4.5% in 2024. So this, if you see, it is in line with RBI's projection also. And in RBI, if you see, in its second bi-monthly monetary policy committee, it has projected an inflation projection of 4.5% for the financial year 25. And main positive outlook, because like why has this positive data has been provided by CIA, is because it has seen improvement in global trade dynamics, resilience of the IT, and due to good monsoon condition, the agriculture sector is also expected to increase the output. So due to these conditions, it is making a better projection of the country. So if you see, the Director General of CII is Chandrajit Banerjee, and the President is Sanjeev Puri. Next is that IPPB, that is Indian Post Payment Bank. It has partnered with the RBI Money Transfer to offer unique remittance service. So if you see, the IPPB is the only payment bank that is 100% owned by Government of India. So if you see, this will help in the true financial inclusion, leading to a long-term economic growth. So as per the latest World Migration Report, India is the largest recipient of the inward remittance. So if you see, compared to all countries, India has received the highest inward remittance. So it is in the first position of highest inward remittance. So we know that a lot of people are sending money to people in India, to their relatives in India from outside. So this partnership will really help those people, and this is mainly focused across the rural sector. So if you see, currently the international inward money transfer service will be provided at 25,000 post office location, and it is expected to reach around 1 lakh locations. And IPBB and RBI Money Transfer, they are using verified biometric authentication for customers KYC without the need of physical ID. So you don't have to produce a physical ID, just biometric authentication is required to perform the money transfer. So as I said, IPBB, it is 100% equity is owned by the Government of India. The MD and CEO is R. Vishweshwaran, and it is headquartered in New Delhi. RBI Money Transfer, it is a global leader in cross-border money transfer. It is headquartered in USA and it was founded in 1987. The next news is that SubPaisa, it gets RBI note to operate as a payment aggregator. Now, payment aggregator, it acts as the intermediate between the merchants and the customers. So if you see, there will be a lot of payment options provided to the customers, like you see UPI, wallet, internet and banking, also credit card or debit card. So this merchant will not have tie-up with all payment modes, right? So it is difficult for merchants also to have payment tie-up with all payment modes, there are n number of banks outside. So it cannot have tie-up with n number of banks too. So in that case, this payment aggregator comes into play. So what it will do is, it will collect the money on behalf of the merchants, store in its escrow account, and then send this money back to the merchant's account. So within how many days it will send to the merchant account, all this will be mentioned in the agreement that is signed between the merchant and the payment aggregator. So regarding this payment aggregator, this SubPaisa has got the RBI approval to operate as payment aggregator. If you see, prior to 2020, unapproved entities were also operating as payment aggregator. But in 2020, RBI's payment aggregator structure was implemented, and it mandates that only approved entities can provide payment aggregation services to the merchants. The next news is about the GDP projection. So UBS Securities, this is a stockbroker and a merchant banking company. So as per UBS Securities India, India's GDP is expected to grow at the rate, if you see, 6.5 to 7%. So in the range of the growth will be between 6.5% and 7% between the financial year 26 and financial year 30. And also the household consumption growth is projected to rise 5% year on year in financial year 25, and it is mainly driven by the premium and the rural segment. So this is the projection given by the UBS Securities, which is a stockbroker and a merchant banking company. The next one is that about an award won by the SEBI. So SEBI was honored with Best Conduct of Business Regulator Award in the Asia Pacific by the Asian Banker for focusing on transparency, fairness and investor protection. So these are the main work of SEBI, and this has won under this category. So the theme of the summit was Bridging Innovation and Resilience in Finance. So recently, if you see, SEBI, it has introduced the T+1 settlement fully in 2023, and it is on its way to implement T+0 settlement. So that is on the same day when you buy shares or when you sell shares, the money will be credited to your account itself. So when you sell shares, the same day the money will be credited to your account. This is T+2 settlement. This is T+0 settlement, and SEBI is working on its way for fully implementing this T+0 settlement. So the next news is about an appointment. Ajit Kumar KK has been appointed as the MD and CEO of Dhanlaxmi Bank for 3 years tenure. So he succeeds JK Shivan, who has been serving as the MD and CEO in the Dhanlaxmi Bank since 2021. So if you look at the journey of Ajit Kumar, he had joined the Federal Bank as a probationary agriculture officer in 1987, and then he got promoted to the additional director of Federal Operation and Service Limited, and then non-executive director of Federal Operations and Services Limited. So this is his work journey. You see, let us revise few other MD and CEOs. So we recently saw the MD and CEO of Jio Financial Service. It is Hitesh Kumar Sethia. He is the MD and CEO of Jio Financial Service. And similarly for Ujjivan Small Finance Bank, the MD and CEO is Sanjeev Nautalia. So for MD and CEO of Jio Financial Service is Hitesh Kumar, and Ujjivan Small Finance is Sanjeev Nautalia. Moving to the next news. So Karnataka Bank has launched a new savings account called KBL Wise Senior Citizen Savings Account. So this product has been launched by the MD and CEO itself. So the MD and CEO of Karnataka Bank is H. Sri Krishnan. So the KBI Wise Senior Citizen Savings Account full form is Wellness, Investment and Savings for Elderly. It has two formats. One is KBL Wise Signature and the another one is KBL Wise Advantage. So this product, it has various features like it offers top-up health insurance plan up to 10 lakhs, discount on locker rentals, doorstep banking facility. So these are the various features associated with that account. And for this purpose, the bank has collaborated with Gurugram-based Care Health Insurance Co. Limited and MediBuddy. Next is about an ADB lending. So ADB has approved $170 million to strengthen the health system in India. So this loan is provided under a sub-program called Smart Health. So the full form of Smart Health is that strengthened and measurable actions for resilient and transformative health system. So this money will be used in India to enhance the disease surveillance system, to establish the laboratory networks, and also to improve the data systems to monitor the national health programs. So these are the three things where the money that the ADB is providing will be put into use. Now the next news is also about ADB. So it has signed a commitment deal that is worth $50 million for energy transition. So ADB has signed a $50 million commitment to the Actis Asia Climate Transition Fund, which is a global sustainable infrastructure sector. So this ADB will provide $50 million to this fund, and this fund in turn will invest in renewable energy, sustainable transportation and energy solution projects. So we know that ADB, it is headquartered in Manila and it is headed by Masatsugu Asakawa. Next is about a collaboration. So Federal Bank has collaborated with the NPCI and launched a RuPay Wave credit card with UPI power transaction. So nowadays if you see, the credit card can be linked with our UPI app, so you don't have to have the UPI credit card with you every time when you buy something or when you want to make a payment. You can link this credit card with the UPI app that you use in your mobile phone, and via this UPI app you can use this credit card and make any payment. So similarly, many credit cards provide this feature, and similarly this RuPay Wave credit card also provides this feature. So if you see, you can link the RuPay Wave credit card to the preferred UPI app for swift and secure mobile transaction. 10% cashback on the first UPI transaction using this credit card will be provided. The MD and CEO of Federal Bank is Shyam Srinivasan. It is headquartered in Kerala, Aluva. That is. And MD and CEO of NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India, is Dilip Asbe, and it is headquartered in Mumbai. The next news is that PFRDA, it has selected NEC Corp India Private Limited as the system integrator. So PFRDA, it has selected NEC Corporation India Private Limited as the system integrator for a period of 6 years. So this will act as a system integrator for this PFRDA Trace digital platform. So Trace full form is Tracking, Reporting, Analytics and Compliance e-platform. So in this tool, what will happen in this tool is that the intermediaries will submit their reports in this tool, and also the various reports and data, and also the supervisory complaints reports will also be submitted in this tool. This is the purpose of this tool, and for that a system integrator has been selected for a period of 6 years. If you see PFRDA, it is operated under the Ministry of Finance. The chairman is Dr. Deepak Mohanty. It is headquartered in New Delhi. And similarly, NSE Corporation India Private Limited, it is a leading IT and networking company in India. The chairman is Alok Kumar, and it is headquartered in New Delhi as well. The next news is about an approval. So neo-banking startup Jupiter Money, it has received final approval from RBI for issuance of PPI, that is prepaid payment instrument. So if you see in prepaid payment instrument, you can load money well in hand, and you can use it to it for making any payment or any purchase payment. You can use it only up to the limit that is available in this PPI. So if you see, if you have loaded 500 rupees, then you can make purchase payment up to 500 rupees only. So this is the purpose of PPI. Yeah, now this Jupiter Money, it can issue PPI in the form of prepaid cards and prepaid wallets, and this prepaid wallets will be linked to the the UPI. That is, if you want to load money, you can directly use the UPI app and load money into this wallet, and then from this wallet you can make any purchase payment to the merchant. So in 2023, if you see, Jupiter in collaboration with Amica Finance received an NBFC approval from RBI to offer direct loans. So currently the Jupiter offers digital savings account in collaboration with Federal Bank and CSB. CSB is Catholic Syrian Bank, and the MD and CEO of CSB is Pralay Mundal. Pralay Mundal is the CSB MD and CEO, and Federal Bank, we just saw that the MD and CEO is Shyam Srinivas. So if you see, the founder and CEO of Jupiter Money is Jitendra Gupta. It was established in 2019 and headquartered in Mumbai, Maharashtra. The next news is about a project finance, IFC, that is an arm of World Bank, International Finance Corporation. So it has financed $105 million through to Brookfield's 550 megawatt solar project. So this is expected to come in Bikaner, Rajasthan. So IFC, it has part financed a 550 megawatt solar power project in Bikaner. So if you see, this is the IFC's first investment in Asia and the Pacific using a hybrid offtake structure. So whatever power is being generated to this solar power, it will be selling this power to commercial and industrial consumers. So for that purpose, a power purchase agreement will be signed between the generator of the solar power and the buyers of the solar power. That is, in this case, it is commercial and industrial consumers. And then they will sign a power purchase agreement, and then the solar power selling and buying will take place. So this project is expected to mitigate around 8,04,408 tons of carbon dioxide annually, which is equivalent to removing around 1,73,680 cars from the road. India's green energy goals are to increase its non-fossil fuel capacity to 500 gigawatt by 2030, and the renewable energy sector, it is projected to generate an income of $25 billion annually through 2030, and 20% will be, out of this 20% will be directed towards the consumer and industrial purpose. So about IFSC, that is International Finance Corporation, it is the private sector arm of the World Bank Group, and it shares its mission to reduce the global poverty. And the managing director is Makhtar Diop. It is headquartered in Washington DC. If you see, there are 5 arms of World Bank, and in that one is IFSC. So do mention in the comment that what are the other 4 arms of the World Bank. The next news is that RBI cancels the license of Purvanjal Cooperative Bank. So the reason to cancel is that lack of adequate capital and earning prospects. So since this is cancelled, now you have to return back the money whatever the depositors has made, right? But there is only insurance about only up to 5 lakh rupees. So on liquidation, if you see, the deposits will only be entitled to receive only up to rupees 5 lakh from the DICGC, that is the Deposit Insurance Credit Guarantee Corporation, which is a subsidiary of RBI. So the Purvanchal Cooperative Bank has also been prohibited from conducting the business of banking. So now the license is cancelled. So it cannot do the business of banking. That is, it cannot accept deposit or provide repayment of deposit. It can only now cannot accept deposit and provide repayment of deposit. Now this 5 lakhs will be provided from the DICGC to the customers. If you see, 2 weeks back we had discussed about the RBI annual report. So in that we had discussed how much amount of fine was imposed by RBI to various entities, to various banks, NBFC during the financial year 2024. So mention in the comment that how many crores have been imposed as fine by RBI during the financial year 2024. Next news is about a rating. So Fitch Ratings raised the India's GDP growth projection to 7.2% for the financial year 25. So this is as per the report released by Fitch called Global Economic Outlook for June 2024. So in that report, it has raised the GDP projection to 7.2% from 7%, which was projected during 2024. So for financial year 25, from 7%, it has increased the GDP projection of India to 7.2%. Similarly, it has also raised the projection for global growth from 2.4% to 2.6%. And the main reason for this raise is that improvement in the Europe's economic recovery and revival of the export sector in China and strong domestic demands across the emerging markets. So, Europe recovery. Second is the export sector growth in China. And third is the domestic demand. So these are the 3 reasons for it to raise the GDP projections of the globe as well as the India. But the growth rate of the USA still remains at 2.1% in 2024. The Fitch, it has estimated that the inflation will decrease to 4.5% by the end of financial year 25 and will be 4.3% and on the average of financial year 26 and 27. And Fitch, it also expects that RBI will cut the repo rate by 25 basis points, that is to 6.25 for the financial year 25. Thank you for watching the session. I hope you had enjoyed it. We're also available in Telegram under the name AffairsCloud_official. We also have an Instagram handle. Apart from this, you can contact us directly on 9677333862 regarding any courses that we offer or regarding any payment issues. You can contact on directly on this number. Thank you.